Dillian the Body Snatcher right here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
Right, hope you're all having a fantastic day. It's Friday. Yay! How cool is that, right? Now, first of all, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Click the subscribe button. And you're going to need to, because this video is very important, and a video that's going to be following this one is going to be very important as well. They're both kind of intermingled. They're going to be linked as such. Okay, and this one, obviously, Dillian Whyte, Tyson Fury, there's a fresh update for you guys following the video yesterday. And the one after this video will be for those of us who have been noticing that the WBC show a lot of favoritism to the Premier Boxing Champions, Al Heyman, PBC fighters. And we may have just got to the bottom of why. Not legitimately got to the bottom of it, but potentially. And I'll give you guys a little hint for those who don't know about it yet, which was brought to my attention yesterday, that there is a certain person who is not only on the board of the WBC, also runs the Barclays Center in New York and is on the board of directors at Al Heyman's PBC. Yep, so keep your eye out for that one. Now on this one, Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury. Now, as I said to you guys yesterday, when I heard about the news, there's like a lot of thought processing coming through on this one, because first of all, Dillian Whyte versus Tyson Fury, for those of us here in the UK, this is a fight that we would absolutely love, regardless of whether it's for a title, regardless of whether it's for a mandatory or just a standalone fight as it is. Now, I've had Dillian Whyte on the channel on several occasions, and we've actually spoken about this kind of subject. Of course, we didn't think that it would come to this particular situation. Now, I said to you guys yesterday that when the WBC ordered this one, I would fully expect Dillian Whyte to turn it down, or at least appeal it and try to say, listen, I want the winner of Wilder versus Brazil. Why do I have to go jumping through hoops for you guys? Okay, I've been fighting and defending your WBC silver title, paying your sanction fees time after time after time. Why is it you still want me to go through hoops? Why is it that you just won't give me Wilder? Is there anybody more deserving out there than a title shot against Wilder than me? Okay, I've been number one for 18 months now, and I'm the WBC silver champion. He's also number one in the WBO as well, okay? But the WBO aside, this is just about WBC. So he's been paying all the sanction fees, he's taken on top 10 guys, and even now, he's still not getting a title shot. Even Wilder said, I'm going to freeze you out for 2 years, and it seems that the WBC are letting him get away with it. And with this news here, that the WBC are trying to resolve or make Dillian Whyte happy to make him the mandatory, which is what Dillian Whyte wants, but he wants to fight Wilder Brazil next. He's tired of waiting. He's going to be taking on Oscar Rivas on July the 20th at the O2 Arena. And he's, again, another top 10 WBC ranked opponent. So Dillian Whyte wants that as the interim WBC title. In other words, he gets that. He then becomes the mandatory officially, because Dominic Brazil shouldn't be the mandatory. Now, quickly moving on to Tyson Fury. As I said to you guys yesterday, and as I said, and I'll say it again, that Dillian has been on the channel several times, and we have spoken about this fight, because what Dillian Whyte wants is, he wants the big fights. Ultimately, he wants the WBC title. That's more important than any other title or any other fight around. He wants Wilder. He's very, very confident that he's just going to bash him up and take that title. Then he wants to go fight Anthony Joshua for undisputed. It's a very, very brave plan, but should it work, it's awesome, right? Dillian Whyte versus Anthony Joshua for undisputed. But, so, he said to me, and you guys will remember, that a fight with him and Tyson Fury is something that really, really appeals to him. And he would love that. And most of us here in the UK know that that is a huge, huge fight. It's probably the biggest fight that we could possibly have here in the UK without the involvement of Anthony Joshua. Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte could sell out a stadium comfortably, okay? Would it sell out Wembley? Potentially. Why not? Would it sell out, say, Old Trafford? I'm pretty confident of that. Now, Dillian Whyte has spoken to, I think it's TalkSport, I think it is. Yeah, TalkSport. And he's given an update on him fighting Tyson Fury. Now, as I said, I know that he would love this fight, but he wants a resolution to fight Wilder Brazil next. But this is what Dillian Whyte had to say. I'm the cam man. Whoever wants it can get it. I've been trying to fight Tyson Fury for a number of years now. We've made multiple attempts and it never happened. If Fury wants to fight, he knows where I am, but I can't see the fight happening. If Tyson Fury can walk away from a rematch with Deontay Wilder for the WBC heavyweight world title, why would he fight me for the interim title? It doesn't make sense. There's a lot of things going on with the WBC at the minute. Everyone knows I'm very angry with them and the way that I've been treated. Everyone knows Deontay Wilder should have been fighting me and not Dominic Breazeale. But for some reason, the WBC insists on protecting him. It's a funny subject. I can't really say too much. A lot of these boxing authorities are very touchy. The public can see what I've done, how many WBC title fights I've had, how many times I've defended my number one position. Is crazy. I don't understand it. Now, with the WBC, I think it's just delaying tactics by them. It's frustrating, it's stressful, it's a bit disheartening, to be honest. Tyson Fury could have fought Oscar Rivas, he said no. Anthony Joshua could have fought Oscar Rivas, he said no. Look who they're fighting. So that's Dillian Whyte's statement. Now, Oscar Rivas part aside, whatever their reasons were for not fighting Oscar Rivas, who knows what it may be. But just sticking with the WBC, as he said, he's very, very frustrated. But the most important part is, if necessary, he will fight Oscar Rivas, and he's willing to fight Tyson Fury. So if they insist on him jumping on hoops, and as he says there, delaying tactics to keep him away from Wilder, then he'll do it. If that's his only option, he will do it. It's not a problem. I know that Dillian Whyte has wanted to fight Tyson Fury for a long time. He's certainly not afraid of Tyson Fury, and I don't believe Tyson Fury is afraid of Dillian Whyte either. And what Dillian Whyte is saying there, that Tyson Fury turned down a WBC rematch with Deontay Wilder. So if he's not going to take that fight, why would he fight me? And I fully get what it is that he's saying. Now, for me, I don't think it's necessarily all Tyson Fury's decision. He does have a 5-fight deal with ESPN and Top Rank for $100 million. Now, let's not say that it's 5 fights, $100 million, $20 million each fight. It's not going to work out like that. Do you really think Tyson Fury is going to get $20 million to take on Tom Schwartz? Hell no. He's probably going to get about 5, maybe 10 at a real push for this one. And it will build up toward the end. And towards the end, the last 2 or 3 fights is going to be against the likes of Dillian Whyte, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. At least that's my thought process on it. So the WBC ordering Tyson Fury next. Tyson Fury, listen, he puts a lot of stock in Lineal, whether you guys do or not. Tyson Fury does. Okay, he considers himself the man in the heavyweight division. Maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong, who knows. But ultimately, he puts a lot of stock in Lineal. So he's not going to have any sanctioning body ordering him about. He will fight who he's going to fight, when he's going to fight them on his own merit, really. Him and his team, of course, with Frank Warren and Bob Arum. So WBC ordering him ain't going to work. It just isn't going to work. If Tyson Fury doesn't want to fight Dillian Whyte next, he just won't. And it's not that he's going to be afraid of Dillian Whyte. It's just that they have a plan for him, and he's just going to stick to that plan. We know Tyson Fury is going to be out again in America after the Tom Schwartz fight on September the 28th. Again in America. Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte in America is pointless. It really is pointless. This is a stadium fight here in the UK. So that's for the reason why I think Tyson Fury will turn this fight down. Okay? I did briefly speak with Ben Davison yesterday. He's going to speak to his team about potentially giving me a statement for it all. But I think that Dillian Whyte, he has been messed around, and he knows that he's been messed around. The WBC just don't want him there. And as far as delaying tactics go, of course, because we know what Deontay Wilder's plan is. Wilder's team has said this. Luis Ortiz's team has confirmed it. Adam Kalnaki's team has confirmed it. So their plan is Deontay Wilder to defeat Dominic Breazeale. If that goes to plan, he's then going to rematch Luis Ortiz. If that goes to plan as well, he's then going to fight Adam Kalnaki. So the WBC are helping him do what he wants to do, like they've always done. So he's just going to do whatever it is that he wants within the PBC. All 3 of these guys, Breazeale, Ortiz, Kalnaki, are all PBC fighters. WBC are allowing them. This is why it's important to watch the next video. Now, the delaying tactic will be Dillian Whyte fights Oscar Rivas. Then he's going to fight Tyson Fury. So then you're stalling the fight between, say, if Dillian Whyte was to defeat Tyson Fury, of course, and Oscar Rivas. Nothing is guaranteed. It's heavyweight boxing, right? But if he was to defeat those 2 guys, you're then talking about Wilder, if he's still champion, versus Dillian Whyte another year down the line. So I understand why he's saying delay tactics, and I fully understand it. But either way, the thing is, as he says there, if push comes to shove, if they won't give in, and show him any kind of loyalty when he's been showing them loyalty. He even turned down an Anthony Joshua fight because he believes in himself and he believes that he's going to get Deontay Wilder. By the looks of it, quite naively, really, because the WBC have never really shown Dillian Whyte any kind of favour. He's not a PBC fighter and he's not based in America. So he is backing himself. He wants to get that title and then do undisputed against Joshua. Why? Because it becomes from a huge fight to a mega fight and for undisputed. As we know, Wilder, he wants no smoke of Anthony Joshua. Wilder wants no smoke of anybody. He'd quite like the Tyson Fury rematch, but the longer that him and Tyson Fury stay out of the ring, the better Tyson Fury is going to get, the more chance of it's just being a complete clean wash that Tyson Fury just does him. If he can do to Deontay Wilder what he'd done after 2 taxi cab driver fights, and then go to America and do what he'd done, imagine how much better he's going to be. But Wilder will prefer that fight because there's very little to no risk of him getting knocked out. It's far easier for him to just get schooled for 12 rounds and then claim he got robbed when the world knows he didn't get robbed than it is for him getting smoothed out. Anyway, so that's what's going on. Dillian Whyte would like the Tyson Fury fight. I would like the Tyson Fury fight. You guys would love the Tyson Fury fight too. It would be an absolute mega fight, but first of all, it has to be here in the UK. I don't know if there's any real debate about that one. But ideal situation will be if Dillian Whyte fights the winner of Wilder versus Brazil. And listen, Tyson Fury may say that he should fight the winner of them. He may do that, but ultimately, listen, I love Tyson, but he did have his opportunity and he turned it down. Whether it was him or his team, whichever it was, collectively they did turn that fight down. And even Tyson Fury says, Dillian Whyte is the most deserving heavyweight out there right now of a world title shot against Wilder. And he said that had he have beaten Deontay Wilder, his first defence would have been against Dillian Whyte because Dillian Whyte deserves it. Anyway, you drop your thoughts below about it. The article is in the description box. Go have a read for it yourself, come to your own conclusions, and hang around for a little bit, or just keep checking back on this page for the other video about the person who may be having a conflict of interest within the PBC and the WBC. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.